As Councilwoman Brown said, Rod Vargo, if you need it, 1123 Ludlow Park Drive. I'm co-chair of Northwest Area Partnership, which most of you know. Member of the Stormwater and Sewer Advisory Group, also on the Fort Wayne Trails Advisory Committee. First, I want to thank all of you for the hard work you've put in on the budget. Sincerely, it's been a very, very difficult process. Back in 2009, Mayor Henry asked the chairs of the partnerships to give him suggestions for serious cuts in the 2010 budget. As some of you know, but I'll share with the audience, is I found lots of things worth adding to that budget and very, very, very little worth cutting. 2 years have passed now, and we've experienced a remarkable amount of increase in costs. In my view, Indianapolis has been sucking dollars in their direction since 2006, trying to get local municipalities to raise taxes or fees to replace those monies. All aspects, I think, of our Fort Wayne government, city utilities, all of our employees have really stepped up to the bat. But I'm really feeling at this point that we've crossed a pivot point where citizens are looking for more and more support and help in these hard times. And frankly, the resources to do so are just plain flat out drying up. I realize raising taxes is not feasible in an election year, so basically to me the answer is to try and not cut any further than we already have. Realistically, the answer in this environment is to grow our way out, but unfortunately Fort Wayne doesn't have those kind of choices right now. To me, even small cuts are detrimental at this point. We're basically cutting into muscle. Our staff and our volunteers, in my experience, have lost their edge. Their ability to jump even higher is eroded. To some extent, we're seeing experienced staff and volunteers are quietly disappearing. And one thing is begetting another. Just an example, I want to emphasize I'm not looking for monies here, but just to see how this one thing begets another. Last year, Fort Wayne cut funding for legislative analyst. That in turn meant we couldn't really ignore Uncle Sam or Uncle Daniels, and basically had one person trying to do that plus the neighborhood work that supported the Northwest Area Partnership. This year, the budget is forcing further cuts in photocopies and postage for us. So basically, the argument is everything can be done electronically, but Rosie O'Grady and I have tried that multiple times, multiple ways, and it doesn't close the gap. We are seriously discussing letting the Northwest Area Partnership start to fold or decline and just be done with it. At that point, our work becomes your work. And frankly, our primary function nowadays is trying to stem the abandonment of residential and commercial properties, not just in our immediate Northwest, but elsewhere. Again, I'm not asking for funds. I'm just saying we are into the realm of unintended consequences. I am very concerned that we're even thinking about allowing attrition of public safety personnel. Everywhere else I've lived, this is the 11th place I've lived. As you begin to go down that slippery slope, slowly you start to lose the edge, the thing that keeps jobs and residents and others in the community. One other area that I'm concerned is we seem to be on an unsustainable path with trying to take trees and jam them between the sidewalk and street. Some of these street spaces are just simply too narrow. And then we get ourselves into a treadmill of constantly rejiggering the sidewalks and the trees and to some extent potholes. I won't get into that connection further. Meanwhile, by the way, again, I'm not looking for funds. We're talking about street trees. I'm having a terrible time just getting some gravel to put down some paths so kids can get to the schools. So literally we're not dodging kids in the streets. And that's a real quality of life issue. Now again, I'm not looking for funds, but I'm saying that's where we're at with funding right now. But again, thank you for all that all of you do. And I know this has been a difficult process, so thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vargas.